Oasis, Isis mother, Horus son, Osiris father. Consider the information below very carefully and contemplate the reality that the elite of the world know something they're not sharing with us. The Luciferian thinkers are aware, and use the techniques of hypnotic trance manipulation to control and direct humanity. The information on this page is but one more example that the three-dimensional space has been established through subliminal suggestion to completely deceive humanity and to use horror and devastation to fabricate the curtain that disconnects us from our awareness state. Seeing the relationship in the shape of the map of Egypt with the World Trade Center building layout, as well as with the Western United States, now continues when comparing the major oasis areas of Egypt with the World Trade Center and the Western states. The word oasis comes from the Egyptian word oya, meaning well. With a little sound, shape association applied to the word oya. The similarity with the French word for yes is OUI, pronounced we. The English word yes is simply a subliminal word that means eyes or Isis. Likewise the French word oui also sends a similar subliminal thought, by pronouncing we as O or I. These I words are referring to the eye of Isis, Osiris and Horus, the all-seeing eye and the energy light atom. Also insinuated in the word oasis, is the link between the eye and water. The eye is the energy light atom. Energy is measured in watts. The word watts comes from water. This method of linking one thought process with another is the foundation of hypnotic suggestion. One thought from the Luciferian mind suggests something just beneath the conscious level, and the incredible ability of humanity's awareness fills in the blanks. Corruption and deceit do not naturally occur in the awareness state, therefore wisdom ingests all suggestion innocently, as deception is a totally foreign concept. In comprehending this subliminal suggestion technique, the very idea of creation becomes obvious. Creation of the three-dimensional space, the physical world, is only a massive hypnotic trance established through thought, maintained and perpetuated through subliminal messaging. The Egyptian word awi is also implying this thought, that of the eye, with the addition of the letter H, a reference to the sun god Horus. The sun, who is one with the father, is also linked through marriage to the mother Isis. In mythological and religious teaching, the mother marries the son. Together, the mother, Isis or Mary, which is the matter of the eye, the electron, and the son, Horus or Jesus, the neutron, who is the pupil in the nucleus hex of the eye, and the father, Osiris or Jehovah, the proton, the iris, the color in reverse is rule OK, form the trinity of the light atom particle. The rule OK, or the color of the iris of the eye, means rule of killings or rule of kings, and implants the suggestion that the elite in the world have the God-given right, or the divine right of kings to rule. This trinity of religion and science, which in turn is simply magic or hypnosis, is the basis of all intellectual knowledge. Intellectualism is demonism and its manipulative strength is hypnosis. The depth of the trance state becomes very apparent when measuring the level of intellectualism in the world. For this reason, the ability to come out of the trance and to reconnect to wisdom and awareness challenges one's sanity. Consider the subliminal shape below. The map of Egypt implies that it's a square. It isn't drawn as a perfect square, but the moment you see it, subconsciously, you know it's a square. Every time you see a square, subconsciously, you connect it to the square that encases the eye, the all-seeing eye, that is the light energy atom symbol demonstrated on this site, which in turn is the square of Egypt, and sun god worship. This is the reason for the square being revered in Freemasonry and Christianity. The square is a sacred hypnotic symbol. All that needs to be obvious is a right angle corner, and the subliminal and manipulation is accomplished. Consciously, this doesn't register at all, and quite frankly, doesn't make a bit of rational sense. Subconsciously, the blanks are filled in. Let's look at the words corner and Egypt and square. Corner equals re-en rock in reverse equals re-ra-re equals regen rock. A corner is a reigning rock. Egypt equals it equals I, Prince T the cross. or Prince of the Rose Cross. Square equals re ra and ra again in reverse, Q equals K for kill, S for Isis which is IC. A square is the killing ray of IC. The killing ray of the IC is further suggesting that the killing ray of the high C. Even the name Jesus, which is pronounced phonetically as Jesus, is also a subliminal for ICs. J takes on the Y sound, or the word I, making Jesus read like Isus, which sounds like Isis, and is the all-seeing eye of the Holy Trinity that form the one Godhead. The I is the energy light atom. The Prince is the P-rinse. The water rinse of the T, the cross, or C-ros, or C-rose, the C-rose. The words C-rose in turn, form the subliminal for the number 0, or zero. This is why George Bush was so quick to refer to the WTC attack as Ground Zero. The World Trade Center was Ground Zeroes, or Ground Cross, or again, Holy Ground. He was simply sending the subliminal on behalf of the Luciferian thinkers, that the Zeroes? The Zeroes is hypnotic suggestion that the cross was lifted up, as is always done in sun god worship. The zero following any number adds intensity, or 10 times the original value associated with that number, and implies the strength of the rose. In the diagram below, Egypt is a suggested square, and Yellowstone National Park is also a subliminal square. Attached subconsciously to this subliminal square is the square of Egypt, for the reason that when rotated 180 degrees, the map of Egypt matches the shape of the WTC almost exactly. Now, with the shape of the World Trade Center matching Egypt, albeit rotated 180 degrees, Egypt still maintains its basic subliminal square shape to cause humanity to link Egypt, the WTC and Yellowstone all together. In so doing, the suggestion is implanted that will cause humanity to create the reality desired by the Luciferian mindset. Just as Ground Zero is holy ground, so too is Yellowstone. Yellow is yellow or holy in reverse, which is holy when shortened to the word intended. Yellowstone is holy stone, or Ground Zero, the holy ground or holy rock, for the next attack on behalf of the Luciferian sun god. The subliminal has been implanted through the World Trade Center attack, and the reality has been created that will bring the desired devastation to pass. The squares are visible in the diagram below, but not consciously. Hypnosis doesn't make sense, it simply implies